Hello, I'm Claire from Wild Ginger Running, and for some reason, past Claire in 2023 thought, oh, wouldn't it be a good idea to do a January race, a January ultra along the southwest coast path in Cornwall? Let's do the Arc of Attrition 50, past Claire said. What a great idea that was. The race is now 2 weeks away and I am bricking it. So I'm going to be taking you through what I'm going to pack, including all the mandatory kit and then a few different bits that I am going to take just for personal reasons. And I want your opinions as well. Would you take these things? Would you not take these things? Let me know in the comments below. This video is sponsored by Soar Running, so I'm going to be taking you through a few of the bits of Soar running gear that I'm going to be wearing on the race. The first item on the mandatory kit list is really easy. It's a GPS tracker that they're going to supply us with at the event. So tick number one. Then there's a waterproof jacket. This is the Soar Nano Rain Jacket. It weighs a really incredible 240 grams, so it's super lightweight. It does have a hood. It doesn't specify whether you need a hood or not in the mandatory kit list, but I would always go for a jacket with a hood, and I would always go for a jacket that's slightly larger than my regular size. So I'm usually a size M, this is a size L. That just means that if the weather's really changeable and you're like, oh, I need it on, now I need it off, you don't have to keep taking off your running pack. You can just simply put this jacket right over the top of your pack. It's pretty new, so I'm really looking forward to testing it out on the Arc. Next up, we have a pair of waterproof trousers. So I've got these Montane Podium pants. They're really light, they're only 100 grams, and they're super stretchy, and they're really easy and comfy to wear with this really nice stretchy waistband here. I even wore these when I was like 6 months pregnant. They're really, really good. Then the next item on the list is long tights / leg cover. So I have got a pair of thermal tights here. They're just a pair of old Helly Hansen thermal tights. The leggings I'll be wearing in the race will be Soar running leggings, and I'll take you through that after I finish the mandatory kit list. Then we've got a warm hat, pretty straightforward, a nice little beanie here from Soar. Then we've got a water resistant peaked cap. Now they say to bring one of these if you haven't got a peak on your hood. My hood's got a peak, but I really like wearing a hat like this anyway. Keeps your hair out of your eyes, and if it is at all sunny, which I'm not expecting it will be, it does provide some protection from the light as well. A buff, that's really easy. I've got these Wild Ginger Running buffs here. You can buy these in my shop if you like. They're only a tenner, so I'll be wearing one of these. Next, emergency survival bag. Bag, definitely bag. Bag, bag, definitely bag, not blanket. Reason being that blanket you have to hold around you. So it flaps around in the wind, not keeping you very warm at all, and you haven't got any hands free to do useful things like eat food, have a drink, phone the emergency services. Next, we've got 2 base layers. So this is the Soar running top here, long sleeved, really light, dries really quickly. I just got a blue one as well that I'll be wearing on the race because you need 2, but one can be worn. So I'll be wearing the blue version on the race, and I got it out of the wash and they just, you know when they just feel dry straight away? That's what this top is like, really warm, and you can pull the sleeves up if to vary the temperature as well. But I'll also be taking this Berghaus Hypertherm. It's an insulating layer. It only weighs 200 grams. It's synthetic, but it's like the effect of a down jacket basically. It's really, I found it impossible to be cold ever in this. The whistle is on my running pack, and I'm also putting one in my first aid kit as well, just because I don't really think that the one on my running pack sounds very loud. Mobile phone. I'm supposed to take a waterproof case as well. I don't know if I'm going to fork out for a waterproof case. I might just put it in this bag. I'm also going to take a portable charger and cable for my mobile phone because I've got the OS mapping apps on here. This weighs 80 grams, so it's kind of like a no-brainer to take it. So the next item is a biggie. It catches people out every year. Hopefully if you're watching this you won't be caught out, because you need 2 head torches and a spare battery for both of them, and power banks don't count, but you are allowed to have a 3rd head torch or a hand torch as backup. So I'm taking for my primary torch the Petzl Now, which is super bright, goes all the way up to 1500 lumens on max power. It's got a red light at the back, we'll come onto that in a moment, and the spare battery for that is this one here. So that's one torch with a spare battery. Then my second torch is the Petzl Swift RL. So that goes up to 1100 lumens on max power on the reactive lighting setting. It doesn't have a spare battery pack. You have to recharge it. So I can't take a portable charger and a cable. That's not allowed. So I am using this Petzl Bindi as a little backup light. Now this is 200 lumens, which is 100 lumens more than the lowest lumen setting that you are allowed for your head torches. So I'm taking all 3 of those torches. So I should be very well lit. In addition to that, no matter if you've got a red flashing light on the back of your torch or not, you also need a red rear light to clip onto the back of your pack. So that is in addition to those 2 torches and those 2 spare batteries. Then we've got some gloves, a pair of liner gloves. I use these, they're just like nice little woolen liner gloves, and they've got a special tip so that I can still take photos with my iPhone on them. And then waterproof gloves as well. The keen-eyed amongst you will notice that these are actually windproof rather than waterproof. I've got to get myself a pair of waterproof gloves. I cannot find them anywhere, but they will look a little bit like this. Then the capacity for 1.5 litres of water. I plan to just run with 1 litre of water, and then I will have the capacity to take 500 ml extra if it's a really hot day. Then emergency food. I've got a couple of energy bars from NAC here, 200 calories each bar, and they taste really nice. Rucksack, this is on the mandatory kit list. I don't know how they thought you might carry all your stuff, like hopefully not in this transparent plastic box, but you will be needing a rucksack to carry all the stuff in. I'm going to be taking the Salomon Advanced Skin 12 set. It's really nice and stretchy. I think personally you can fit way more than 12 litres of kit in here, so I'll be showing you how I stuff everything into this in just a moment. Then you will be needing a reusable cup for the aid stations. They're not going to be supplying cups there because they're being eco-friendly. I am from the Lakeland 50 school of thought, where, you know, the squishy bendy silicone ones, they are a health hazard. You can tip them, the marshals can get burnt fingers. So I'm just taking my hard plastic cup. It's also got a couple of bits of gaffer tape wound around it because gaffer tape is super handy for repairing things on the trail. Then you need the route guide. This is really easy. They will supply you with that. That is for showing you the checkpoints, the cut-off times, and the safety inflow. So you'll get that in race registration. Advisory items, a map. OS Explorer 102 is Land's End. Oh, the ones that I don't have, but I have got the OS mapping app on my phone, so I'll be switching that into offline mode, and hopefully that will work for me as well. So that brings me nicely on to GPS watches. I'll be taking my tried and trusted Garmin Forerunner 245 with me. Then, because I run a YouTube channel, I will definitely be taking my GoPro with a windsock around it and a few extra batteries. I will probably be using poles. These are the silver running poles, carbon fibre, nice and light. Let me know in the comments below if you think poles or not poles, because I know that people are divided on that. I will definitely be taking a first aid kit. It didn't say that on the mandatory kit list, but I will definitely be taking a first aid kit. Inside, I've just got some paracetamol, the whistle, some trench foot cream. I will be putting that on before I even start the race, obviously. There's a dressing in there, there's a few plasters, alcohol wipes, some padding as well, and some K-tape as well to tape up any hot spots, and put some gauze, some padding, dressing over any blisters that come. Spare pair of socks, really nice to have. Probably will take a spare pair of socks there, just because it looks really, really muddy and really gritty, and I think a spare pair of socks after 28 miles at St Ives might be a really good shout. Finally, we have the food. So I am not sure what to expect. I don't know how much food is going to be available on the trail, so I kind of thought if it's going to take me 8 hours to get to St Ives, I need 8 items of food. So I'll be taking all 8 of these for those 8 hours, I'll probably want a tuna sandwich along the way that I'll make myself beforehand, and a packet of crisps. I plan to pilfer the St Ives checkpoint. I don't know if this is allowed, but I plan to pilfer everything I can from there and fill up, because I presumably, if I've eaten all of this stuff, I'll need some more. So I'm just having these, and then I've got some emergency food as well, and the trail angels might be around as well. So I hope this is enough food. Let me know in the comments below if you've done this race before and you think, no Claire, that's completely ridiculous, you will not survive on that amount of food for 15 hours. Or let me know if it's far too much. That's everything from the mandatory kit and that I'm going to take with me on the Arc of Attrition 50. Now I'm going to show you how I put it all into a very small backpack. I would start with the bits that you think you're not going to use, or hopefully not going to use, so things like the survival blanket and the spare clothes. So that's the spare base layer. So obviously I've got my spare insulating layer. So that's going to go all the way down the bottom of the pack, and the thermal leggings as well. That's the kind of thing I'll just be wearing if I was having to stop. Then the waterproof trousers. I might be starting the day with the waterproof trousers. You never know, but presuming it's an okay day, these need to be kind of in the middle. You have to stop to put them on anyway. Then we've got the waterproof gloves and the spare socks. They're going to be, I think, down below the waterproof trousers actually for those. The final thing into the main body of the pack is going to be my insulating jacket. And as you can see, I'm a big fan of putting things into plastic bags, clear plastic bags, so you can see what they are, but they are waterproofed. So for the race, you can really vacuum pack that down and then just seal it across like that. So that's all gone into the main body of the pack. The next things that I am not going to be wearing and not likely to use, hopefully, is the survival bag. So the zip pocket's harder to access when you're wearing the bag, so I'm going to put that right down the bottom of the zip pocket there, as is the first aid kit, and the bottle and all the torches are going to go in there. The main torch that I think I'll be mostly using for the most part of the race, the now, will be front and centre. The cup also will go in here. If I don't want to take my pack off at the aid stations, I'll ask a nice angel to get it out for me. The rear light, I'll probably sew it on maybe in the middle just there, or maybe at the base. For now it can loop onto this bit of string. Water obviously goes at the front. I tend to put my GoPro at the front too. Just slide it into this pocket here. Batteries, I like these to be handy but also not lost, so pop them in a zip pocket here. Oh, emergency food. Forgot about the emergency food. That can go right at the bottom with the first aid kit. Phone I usually pop just in front of a water bottle there. Obviously it will be in a plastic bag if it's raining. Then the food I'll pop in all the side pouches here. Maybe all the bars in one side and all the pouches and the waffles in the other side maybe. That is my pack for the Arc of Attrition 50. It feels terrifyingly heavy. There's a few bits that I didn't put in the pack that I presume I'm going to be wearing on that cold and frosty morning. The buff I'll probably be wearing. The cap might be wearing. The hat might be wearing, either or. The gloves for sure. Sunglasses possibly, probably not. The watch obviously I'll be wearing. The poles I will be carrying with me and not leaving behind, otherwise I can pop them on the pack. And this waterproof jacket I will presumably be wearing because it will be cold. Let's just test to see if we can put this jacket on with all of the stuff in the bag. Oh, it's going to be a tight squeeze this. But yeah, especially once I've eaten some of the food, that fits. And that is the reason that you take a large jacket. As well as those things that are from the mandatory kit list that I'm going to be wearing, I do have the choice of maybe, if it looks like a really warm day, wearing a t-shirt. This is the Soar Hot Weather running t-shirt. If it looks really cold, I'll be wearing their long sleeve base layer in the blue with the red in my bag. I'll be wearing the Soar running tights. These are amazing. I really love them. They're super comfortable. They've got a nice big zip pocket for your phone at the back there. The seams are laser cut, so there's hardly any stitching, making them super light. And the best thing about these is they dry really quickly. I've been wading through knee-deep water in these, and then by the end of the run, they've been completely dry. So absolutely 100% wearing these on the Arc. I just wear the Panache non-wired sports bra. And I'll be wearing these pants. They're Waka period pants because really annoyingly I am due to come on my period on the day of the Arc, which will be a joy as if the race isn't hard enough. So I'll also be packing my Moon Cup, which I use instead of tampons just to be eco-friendly. And actually it's really useful at races because you can just empty this, just dig a hole, pour the contents in there, and you don't have to worry about disposing of tampons and sanitary towels and things like that, and it's really clean and easy. So I'll be taking the Moon Cup with me as well. Shoe wise, I have got a new pair of shoes which I have to actually go outside and wear. These are the Saucony Exodus Ultra 2s. I am a massive fan of these shoes, as you can probably tell by the state of my old ones. I have run them into the ground. I've probably run about 1,000 miles in these, and so quite rightly I've treated myself to a new pair. They're half size smaller because these sort of were moving around a bit, so I don't know how that's going to go, so I need to wear them for a couple of runs in the last 2 weeks before the race. Yeah, good plan, Claire. And I also going to be using some insoles from CDAS as well. I just like them because they make my socks stick to the shoe a bit more. The CDAS socks that I showed you that are in my bag now, they've also got like a grippy silicone bit inside, and I like that for sticking to the insole. And these insoles just make my foot just feel a bit more supported. I also have quite a low volume foot, so it's taken me a while to find a pair of shoes that are wide enough yet low volume enough, and these insoles fill up a bit of the shoe for me, so they really work for me for that reason. So that's all my packing for the Arc. I hope this kit list helped you. Thank you very much to Soar for sponsoring the film. This is one of my favourite t-shirts, so I'm hoping that it's going to be warm enough to wear this. If not, I will be in this lovely blue number here, or possibly even the red, who knows which one goes better with my backpack. And I've just started a series called Last Place and Proud of It, where I'm interviewing the people that came last in some of the UK's most famous races. Lizzie Hughes kickstarted the series with her Arc of Attrition 50 story, so click here for some last minute tips from her. It's absolutely solid gold insider information that she's given us there. So best of luck with those final bits of race preparation, and I will see you out there on the southwest coast path. The southwest coast path trails. Do come and say hi at the start of the race as well, or if you're supporting, I'll be the one with the ginger hair, waving a GoPro and grinning maniacally. So I hope to see you there.